You guys know who the GOAT is, don't you?
Who?
I'm the GOAT.
I'm the goat.
I'm the goat.
Hey, stop eating stuff, Bob.
Bad. Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Mike.
And this is the Board Game Rundown, and today we are continuing our top 100 games of all time, starting with 60 through 51. We're really getting like closer and closer because that top 50, I'm like really champing at the bit.
Yeah.
But obviously, these games all made our top 100. We use the Pub Meeple ranking engine. I made 0 changes. So if something got forgotten, it got forgotten. But if it got forgotten, it probably shouldn't be in my top 100.
I mean, that's true, but also brain farts do happen.
Oh, 100%,
So,
man.
yeah.
100%. Do you guys have anything you want to add before we jump into this list?
Yeah, just that by the time I got to this sector, my opinions have changed a little bit than from the month ago when I first ranked these. So I went ahead and made those changes.
Okay.
No, it's a 2026 change, not a 2025 change.
We'll be okay.
The integrity of the list is at stake here.
Yeah. Asterisk
Well.
on Mike's list.
It'll make sense when I get there.
I've never had an asterisk on any of my lists, so I feel like
Well, I would
I
asterisk
should-
that statement, but
yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's totally fair. All right, guys. Well, then, without further ado, let's get into this bad boy, and let's start.
Oh, with number 60?
Yes, but we don't have 60 transitions. So
We don't.
10 will do.
All right, Bob. I hope you did stretches before all of that. My number 60 might be my favorite dice drafting game, and it'll probably be higher next year. But at the time of creating this list, Panda Royale has hit my list. Initially, I thought the game was fine. I wasn't as impressed with it as everybody else seemed to be, but multiple plays has won me over, and I really like this game quite a bit. And I like teaching it to other people. It gets to the table really easily. So yes, Panda Royale is my number 60. And in case you don't know, I'll give you a very brief synopsis. But basically, each round you're drafting dice, and those dice are going to convert into multipliers, and you're going to add things. You're going to all kinds of fun stuff. But it's a really unique dice drafting game that I like quite a bit. Panda Royale, number 60.
It's really
well, for
cool
the
just-
Reds.
Yeah,
They're
the
the
Reds
most-
are a great strategy. I do terrible with them. But it's just fun because it plays like so many people, and it's easy to teach. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gets to the table a lot.
Yep.
Ooh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Panda Royale. Well, for my number 60, this is a dexterity game made famous by our friends up north. Mike's already clickety clacking away because he knows Crokinole is coming up. Trying to spell that in my little thing here, Crokinole.
Wow.
But Crokinole is great. It's just a little flicking the little discs, trying to get them into the center. There are some really cool boards out there. Also, a lot of kind of knockoff boards you kind of want to watch out for. But no, this is just a fun game for 2 to 4 players. There's some rules where if there's somebody's disc is on the table or in the board already, you got to hit theirs in order for your shot to count.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I'm surprised it took me as long as it did to find out about this, but I'm glad I did because man, I really enjoyed it.
It is a great game. I was also late to the party, and then I bought a board, and then it all changed.
Yeah.
We got to see how the sausage is made on some of those beautiful boards too. That was pretty awesome.
Indeed. Yep. I'll be talking about that. Not tonight, though.
Ooh.
All right, my number 60. Oh, how the mighty has fallen. When this came out, it debuted as my number one of all time, and I'm talking about Blood on the Clock Tower.
Oh,
Mike,
oh,
why has this dropped so far from your number one? It was my number one, and it was my number three, and then it was my number 20, and now we're at number 60. Here's why. When this game first came out, I played it probably about 10 times pretty quickly. Like first 6 months came out, enjoyed it, but we're content creators and we play a lot of different games all the time. We're always learning new games. And
mhm.
so I also don't like to burn myself out on games. So I didn't play it for a while. And then the people that I played it with when I first got into it never stopped playing. And they became like lifetime gamers of Blood on the Clock
Lifestyle.
Tower.
Yeah.
And then I played with that group, and my experience drastically changed. I
Stop being
was not
fun.
enjoying the game as much when I was not following the meta that experienced gamers played, and they made assumptions about who I was based on how differently I played than people that play this all the time. That's not as fun, unfortunately.
Nope.
So, and this mini games can be said of this, but the group makes the game. And
Yeah.
if the group wants to keep voting you out because you're acting strangely compared to how their normal group plays the game, it's not as fun.
You
I
know,
still enjoy
you
Blood on the Clock Tower, but it really depends on the group that I play it with.
usually only Magic the Gathering players ruin a game for people, but the Blood on the Clock
Wow.
Tower lifestyle is now the new.
The new Magic the Gathering. Wow.
Yeah. Still enjoy it, still will play it anytime.
For
But yeah,
sure.
your experience can and will vary.
Yeah, you better get a good group.
Mhm.
Basically, just play with us because we're cool.
That's
Well,
Yeah, that depends. All right, moving on to number 59.
My number 59, Bob and I just played recently in the last few months, but it's an awesome co op about the end of the world, and I'm talking about Four Horsemen. Um, I ever since we tabled this, Bob, I want to get it back to the table. Like, I love the asymmetry with the card usage. What you're going to pick a card to basically burn, and then you're playing cards to get different effects, and like the slot you play them in determines the effect. Lots of asymmetrical player powers with the different deities, and that you can use from like the different heroes. Um, and it's just really really intense crisis management.
yeah.
It doesn't take very long to ramp up, and then it just kind of goes full throttle, and so you just better be ready or you're going to lose quick. But man, I just think this is a really cool game and I really like it a lot, obviously, since I have it as my 59. Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
Nice.
I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I took that little mouse pad that you gave me, the little like mini mat, and
Oh yeah.
I took it to work. It's not my mouse pad at work.
Oh hell yeah, dude. I wish I had done that now with my job, like, because it would be a great mouse pad. But hey, to the victor go the spoils.
That is right. All right. For my number 59, um, I think a lot of people, well, they actually obviously will know a different version of this a lot better. However, I always suggest this version of the game because, in my opinion, Starfares is the superior version of
Oh yeah.
Catan. So, Catan Starfares for me is number 59. It's basically Catan. It's all the good parts of Catan, and then it gets out some of the parts I don't care for. Um, you could be playing normal Catan and like, oh, I'm on the sixes and the eights. People are going to be rolling those. I'm going to have tons of resources, and then nobody rolls them, and you're just stuck. In Starfares, one of the things that it does that I like is You're always getting resources at the beginning of the game, and then as you kind of ramp up to a certain number of points, they start to wean you off those resources, and then you have to start to rely on yourself. But at the very beginning, everything might be on two pretty good numbers and normal Catan, and nobody rolls them. You're just screwed. In this one, you're always getting those resources. There's no thief. When you roll a 7, it's not so bad. And there's also encounters, which are super cool.
Oh, they're the
As
best.
you have your mothership that you're putting all these bits on, and they affect all the pieces on the board. And then as you like flip it over, there's these two little balls in the bottom, and depending what color they are, they will adjust your speed. Then if you get that black one, you get to draw an encounter card. Actually, somebody else draws it for you. They read you a little bit of a scenario. You're choosing like this or that, and you're following the path of the encounter. And different thing, all types of crazy stuff can happen. So
It's the
um,
best.
yeah, it is definitely hands down the best version of Catan. It's like I say, it's Catania enough for people who like Catan, and then it's not too Catania for people who don't like Catan can still play it and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's most excellent. It's a great game.
Okay. My number 59 is my favorite roll and write game. And of course, I'm talking about Fleet the Dice game.
There you go.
Uh, love this game. Learned it in 23. So it debuted on my list in, wait, no, 24 debuted on my list last year at number 50. This just does everything I want a roll and write to do. It's got a ton of juicy combos. You're really kind of creating extra actions for yourself,
Cool.
and basically you're rolling these dice, and you're going to start marking down these tracks underneath these different kind of sea creatures here. And the further you go down, the more stuff you start to unlock. You start unlocking more boats, and then the more of those you have during the fishing phase, each boat catches a fish. It's just really satisfying scribbling in those little fish, and the more boats you have, the more fish you're scribbling in each time. So it's got a little bit of engine building to it. Each one of these have special hours that they give you each time, and so the replayability is really strong because the different boats kind of have different ways of chaining off of each other. And then you get over to like your harbor phase over here, and this has a whole bunch of like in-game scoring, and it's just got a ton of replayability. It's got great combos. It doesn't take too long. Just really does everything I want a roll and write game to do. I was late to
Combo-lific.
the party on this one because I played Fleet, the card game, originally years ago. I thought it was a very unbalanced game, and I traded it very quickly. And then finally I played this. I'm like, man, everybody was right, and I was late.
Yep.
It's all right.
Thank you,
Better late than
Karen
never.
Holla.
Yeah, Karen. She is the reason I have played this game as well.
Nice.
So
Yep, it is excellent. All right,
yeah, good
on
pick.
to number 58.
All right, 58, designed by friends of the show. But to be fair, this game is the reason they are friends of the show. And that is Mission Control Critical Orbit by Third World Studios, designed by Corey and Donnie. Love those guys. Um, it's legit a super stressful real-time co-op, and that time limit and that communication, that team building is so much fun. That's the secret sauce of the game. The puzzles are what they are. Like they're good. It's not that they're bad or anything, but for me, it's that tension of like creating that, Apollo 13 control room as you are like, holy shit, how do we get out of this? And yeah, so really good, really stressful, just an absolute great time. And yeah, I just love it. Always will.
Yeah, I love that
Mission
real time
Control.
crunch. Like that you're just under the wire because that guy's running it. The Ethernauts are running out of air, and
Yeah.
you got to keep rolling and doing your little mini game and trying to get them the pieces they need to survive.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is stressful in a good way, and every mini game feels unique. So good amount of replayability on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. 58, huh? So I kickstarted this one a while ago, and I have been trying to get Mike to play this because I think it does Fallout type stuff in the best way possible. I'm talking about Outlive. This is just a really interesting kind of resource management, bunker building. You're trying to get survivors to kind of come and live in your bunker so that you can pilot and like man these different rooms. As you go to the different areas, if you're because you have your workers have numbers on them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the number of like things you can do while you're there. But then also, if you play a bigger number than somebody else's person there, then you get to kind of like make them give you a resource, which is kind of cool. The dual boards that go in the base, all those little rooms are super cool to hold all those guys in place. And I really like this. It's got that post-apocalyptic feel to it, and I mean, it's not Fallout, but it's Fallout-ish, where
Ish.
you're dealing with those types of situations. So
Fallout
you're
adjacent.
adjacent. There you go. But yeah,
You
I
said
really really
rooms
enjoy
that
this one.
made me think about Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, yeah, because you have that kind of bunker building
Mhm.
aspect. Hmm.
Nice. All right. I'm going to be the first one to talk about this, but I won't be the last. I'm surprised this fell where it did. It is Slay the Spire, the board game.
Oh yeah.
I, I've only got two plays of this. I think I just need to play it more and get further into I don't know if campaign is the word to use, but yeah, this is a great multiplayer port of the video game that really does work well. It's not really fiddly keeping up with the
Not at all.
different status effects.
No.
It's really enjoyable to be able to play your cards in the order you want to help benefit the
Mhm.
team. It's got really great replayability, lots of different asymmetric faction or characters to use. A excellent port of a great video game.
Which doesn't happen very often. It's there's so many other
Right.
kind of cool video games. They try to make board games on them, they just kind of fall short. But this one's really good.
Not this
They
one. It's great.
I think they're getting better about that more recently. A lot of them years ago felt
Slapped on.
cash grab is not the word I want to use, but some
Like
of them
cash
felt that
grab.
way. Just using just using the IP to make some money, and they're
Yeah.
they're getting much better about making sure these video game ports are good board games, and this is
Mhm.
the best one I've played.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. I think it's the best one you've played. Well, I mean, it's also the best one I've played. But all right. That is going to
57.
bring us. Okay. Sometimes it's fun to be the bad guys. And in House of a Thousand Corpses, that is exactly what you get to do as you play as the Firefly family. This is a co-op, but you're the bad guys. You're trying to find the survivors, the cheerleaders hidden in your house. So you can either kill them yourself or drag them off to Dr. Satan, because this is good, wholesome family fun. And at some point in time, the sheriff's going to be walking around, getting in your way, messing up your plans. So you've got to mitigate that, not let too many people escape, and all the while getting enough of those, those poor saps that got stuck in your house, getting rid of them. So man, House of a Thousand Corpses, super fun. I have the Kickstarter version that's got a couple extra characters, but we haven't played it yet. So I might have to try to get it played at PoppyCon just to see what's up.
Nice.
Mike, have
Yeah.
you played this yet?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had or not.
I played Halloween. I played Texas Chainsaw, the other
Mhm.
horror games from
Mhm.
Trick or Treat, but not this one. And I
So
Yeah, it's
played
yeah,
fun.
Child's Play.
It's fun, like Tim said. It's fun to be the bad guy.
it is fun to be the bad guy. And nothing against Child's Play, but it's way better than Child's
Yeah,
Play.
yeah. That was probably
Uh,
the my least favorite.
yeah, it wasn't very true to the theme, unfortunately. And
Sweet.
probably one of my favorite horror movies too.
Child's Play or House of a Thousand Corpses.
Both actually, but Child's Play, the nostalgia takes me back for sure.
Sure.
My name's Chucky. Want to play?
Yeah, just not that game.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Shit. All right. So, my number 57. I was kind of looking real quick. I have so many games in this list, but from my initial glance here, I think this is my highest rated Lacerda game that I've got, and it is Lisboa. I don't know if it's because of you're rebuilding Portugal, and
It
I'm
is.
biased. But I don't know, I really love like all the moving pieces that there are to this. There's like the bag building aspect. There's you've got the streets where you're kind of doing like an area, not area control, but you're trying to build out these your streets and whatnot. The different nobles that you can try to appease. There's just kind of like a lot of moving pieces, but there's not so many that it feels overwhelming. Each player has, in true Lacerda fashion, their own little individual player aid book, so that you know what everything kind of does. Once you learn that iconography, though, it's really not difficult to play. So this is, in my opinion, the best Lacerda game. Although there are some that I haven't played yet, so hit me up.
There's
We'll play
always
some.
time.
Yeah.
All right. My number 57, I already feel like is too low on the list. This is like personal hotness for me right now. It's Castle Combo.
Mm.
I just can't get enough of this game. I've already played my copy several times. I've played this a lot on Board Game Arena, and I just really love trying to get the highest score possible that I can get. There's a really fun challenge in that. But this is a super simple to learn game that I feel like still has a ton of replayability. You just got these two different rows of three cards. There's a messenger. You have to take a card and add it into your 3x3 grid here. As soon as each player has 9 cards, game's over. Except you can spend a key to move the messenger and then buy a card out of that row. Keys are worth points though, so you want to be stingy with them. But these cards can be worth a lot of points. So it's very important to get the right ones, and you're going to see things like different tags in this row or in this column, the number of coins placed on the card. And so it's just got a lot of those kind of, sort of, it reminds me of just the part of Earth that is just the 3x3 grid that you're playing,
Mhm.
but much lighter, much easier to learn, and much faster, but still very satisfying to play. And I just can't get enough of trying to min max my cards in that little grid. So Castle Combo is my 57.
Now, do you play with the rule where you have to draw the card or draft the card that Bob needs you to buy so that he can have a good turn, even if you can't afford it?
Yes.
Um.
I think it's a standard British code.
Oh, I couldn't
Oh wow.
remember if that was just like in the rule book or a house rule, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean these icons are super simple once you get them down. I mean, just 8 points just for having the card over here in the right column, and 2 points for every coin on the card. It's great. It's just the order that those cards come out can be different every game, and that's what gives it a lot of replayability for me.
Yeah, I've only ever played this the one time, but I did think it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Moving on to 56.
We're already in the land of Trick or Treat Studios, so I'm going to stay there for the best sequel to a board game that I have ever played. And that is Emerson Matsuuchi's Halloween 2. Man, I really love. We talk about fun to be the bad guy. It is fun to be Michael Myers, and it is really fun to like like go into a haunted house, at Halloween, and people are jumping out and scaring you, kind of fun way to play as like the survivors as you're trying to escape the hospital. Because you just never know where Michael's going to show up. And that tension is so much fun. It creates so many laughs and just like great moments. This game just does all the things a hidden movement game should do for me. 1v many hidden movement, super fun. And I feel like the players, and I think Bob will agree with this, he likes it because the players have a little more agency in it, and
Yes. You
can
actually
fight
do
back a little
something,
bit.
you can fight
Yeah.
back.
But yeah, great game. Love it. And I love what they do over there at Trick or Treat, obviously.
Yeah, definitely my favorite version of the Halloween games, and great hidden movement game.
Mhm.
Not my.
It's like. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Bob. Nope.
All right, I was gonna say it just does hidden movement the way I feel hidden movement should be, and the fact that like the facing matters so much because you're looking that way, so you can't see the things that are happening behind you, and it just gives you that feeling too of like Michael Myers being there because all of a sudden you turn around and there he is, and
He's just
you get
breathing
those
down your
jump.
neck,
Yeah,
and you know he's coming. You're like,
you do.
uh,
I was actually telling somebody the story about the first time we played Dead by Daylight with Pete playing Michael Myers, and I'm working on this generator. I'm like, "Is that the Michael Myers movie?" And I turn around and Pete's just standing there looking at me. Then he stabs me. I was like, "Ah!" Literally jumped.
Oh, it's so fun.
It was good.
It's so
Yeah,
fun.
it's not one of my favorite genres, but yeah, the highlight to me that you mentioned is that important decision of where you're facing at the end of your turn determines if you're going to see Michael behind you or not.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's that's a very important decision on every turn that I just haven't seen other games like that do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right. My number 56. Speaking of friends of the show, Mr. Jim Cole put out a great take that game called Zombie Survival Infection. Yeah, there you go, Tim, with the actual box. Fantastic. Uh, this is just a like even like people who don't play a lot of games. I've taught this to, and because they know zombies, right? People who know zombies and they know how those types of scenarios are going to kind of pan out. And so you're playing these cards. You're bringing people in from like the city into your your hideout. You're attacking other places. You're stealing the resources. You're convincing people to join your camp instead of theirs. You're setting people's camps on fire so that they lose their hideouts and whatnot. And it's just a really great kind of take that game. I'm excited for the expansion that he's been working on that has the asymmetrical like leaders that are going to be coming. We did a little playtest of that. I believe it was at Origins, Mike. Actually, I'm not sure you played that
Yes,
game. Yeah,
it
but yeah.
was.
Okay, and yeah, no, it was super cool. Like, there's some really neat leaders with different effects in there. So I'm excited for that to hit, and it'll all fit in that same box, which is great. So
Ooh, baby.
yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that beautiful artwork. That's just it's hard to beat that.
Hmm.
Yep.
Indeed. Yep. Fantastic artist who decided to make a game, and
Yep.
it's fun.
Yeah. Also, just happens to be a super cool dude that we like to hang out with. Again,
Yeah.
though,
Indeed.
we were fans of the game before we were fans of the human.
Yep. It's just nice when it works out that way.
True
It is,
story.
man. It is.
All right, Mike.
My number 56. Um, we have got some crossover. This is the second year now that Panda Royale has made my list.
Boop, boop.
Just easy to get to the table. I love chucking dice. I like games that I can teach high player counts with very little downtime. I like the strategy that all the different dice colors offer. Again, red is the best strategy. Super high risk and high reward, which is what makes it so fun. Uh, I'll just explain those dice real fast because they're the most fun ones to play. As soon as I find pips that you can actually see, there you go. But you get to add an extra die to your pool every round. So you draft those, and the reds, if you have white pips, you take that number times the number of dice you have. So this red 7 by itself would be worth 7 points. Well, if you roll red dice and you get black numbers, they subtract from the whites, and you're still going to divide them by the number of dice. So that is 4 times 2, that's 8 points. So imagine you're rolling 6d8s, and you get all white numbers. That's when it gets fun. Or or
Or not
totally
fun.
screws you over.
Or
And
not
that's
fun.
All the
yeah,
time.
Oh.
that's what but
Def-
it is a lot of fun. It's just a dice rolling engine builder that's probably more fun than it should be.
That's great.
Yep. Top 5 for tonight, 55.
All right.
I was late.
You were so late.
I was doing a thing. I was trying to get this other banner off of here, and
I'm cruising.
there it goes. There it goes.
All right. So my number 55, it's fallen quite a ways. It's been hard to get this to the table lately, but I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Lords of Hellas. Great game, amazing table presence, super fun. Eh, love to play it again sometime. Just haven't had the opportunity lately.
Long
Yeah.
while.
It's a beast to get to the table. That makes it tough.
It is. It is. I ain't mad at it, but it is a beast
No.
to get to the table. Lords of Hellas. It's a dudes on a map, but you've got a couple of different ways you can win by building up the monuments. You can defeat enough of the monsters, control enough of the territories. So lots of win cons, and some are better than others. I don't think it's like a perfect game by any means, but man, it looks great on the table and it's fun to play. So
Yeah, building those statues is pretty sweet.
oh dude, it's so satisfying.
Probably the game that put Awakened Realms on the map, as well as Adam Klipinski, and to this day, probably the best table presence of any game I've ever played.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Sweet. My number 55 also has some pretty awesome table presence, and there is a ton of chaos going on in Thunder Road Vendetta.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and threw on the Carnival of Chaos because that is a fantastic expansion, but I still do enjoy the normal game. Carnival of Chaos, though, you add that little kind of circle in the center, and everybody's racing in there, slamming into each other, and you're rolling dice, and you're bashing people all over the place, and yeah, it's just a bunch of fun. You got to be okay with the chaos, right? You got to know what you're getting into. It's not like a strictly racing game. I mean, sure, you can kind of try to be the motorcycles maybe and zip past everybody, but somebody's going to come along in that semi and just blow you up. So
don't play it as a racing game. Play
well,
it as a chaos game.
Sure. But I mean, like the the original game is good if you want to use the semi or use the motorcycles. You have to play the base game. You can't really do it with the Carnival of Chaos. But the Carnival of Chaos does add a bunch of, like I said, a bunch of fun, and I think it does the turning and stuff well. Like those hexes, kind of, you're not trying to like do like a lap with hexes. You're just kind of like driving around with them, and so it's, and then all those little things pop up underneath you. It's great.
It makes it a demolition derby, and most points wins, and you get points by shooting people and ramming them. I think it just makes this game complete for me. It is by far my preferred way to play. Yeah, definitely the Carnival of Chaos expansion is a must-have for
it's honestly, it's legit hard to go back to play the other way after you've played it this way, so
I would just like to go back because I do think the semi is cool. I do think the motorcycle gang is cool, and you can't use those in the Carnival of Chaos expansion.
Yeah,
so.
Right. No, that's legit. I mean, but man, is the Carnival of Chaos so much fun. It might be worth
It's a great demolition derby game. Like
maybe the best demolition derby game.
Could be, yeah.
All right,
Mr.
Mike.
How about another new to me 2025 release that should probably be higher now? I'm talking about Tag Team.
Nice.
I've played this probably 5 or 6 times since I made this ranking, and that means I've played more of these characters, and it is such a simple mechanic that has so much that unfolds depending on the characters that you're playing and the characters you're playing against, and trying to the people you're playing against, and trying to game where you're going to put that card, because you just got a deck for each character, a starting card for each one. You've got a tag team, so 2 heroes. You're going to start with 2 cards. You're going to play them simultaneously and resolve them. And so hit points will be taken off, and healing will happen, and blocking will happen, and special effects will happen depending on your character. But after you play those 2 cards, you draw 3 from your character deck. So you take 1 card and you put it into your deck of 2 wherever you want. You're never going to shuffle it. So those cards are going to stay in the same order for the rest of the game. So where you put that card is extremely important, especially if one character's health is starting to dwindle. Because whatever card is played, that's the active character. So if you know that Bob's got his attack in that second card, you may want to put your block in the second card, but he's thinking the same thing. So he's moving he's putting his next card in the second spot. So now his attack's in the third spot. You put your block at the 2, so you were wrong. These are the fun decisions you get to make in tag team, and that's why it's an excellent game.
Yeah, which is such a simple rule set. I mean, yeah, okay, the characters have a ton of nuance and whatnot, but as far as like the basic rule set of you have these 2 cards, put them in whatever order you want, and then each round you're going to be adding a card somewhere in that mix, and just that whole gamification of is he going to put it here? Okay, yeah, he knows my opening attack each time. I've been hitting him for 4 because he's had his starter card on top. Is he going to this going to be the time he puts something else on top so it's not a starter card the first time? And yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I can't wait for expansion heroes.
So many new characters. Yeah,
And
possibilities.
yeah,
So
this game
so much
should
room
have.
for activities.
Oh my
So
gosh,
much
yeah, this
room.
game will definitely be in my top 50 next time we do this. I just enjoy it more and more the more I play it.
Nice.
So much room for activities. Yeah, this game is super cool. No lies.
Yeah.
No cap.
That
All right.
leaves us with 54.
My apologies in advance for my number 54 because it's going to be really hard to get. It has been published, so it's not one of those like, oh, you can't get this game because that's not it. It's just hard to get because it's an independent publisher from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm talking about Shadows, Heroes, and Monsters. Just such a cool deck building game with interesting win cons and combat and player versus player interaction and player versus monsters. The deck building aspect is really unique because you're only buying or adding cards to deck from your own personal supply. So nobody's buying the card that you need. Now, technically, you can get items. People might get items that you want. That they can equip, but those really juicy power cards, though, those are yours, and only you can get those. And there's a couple of different ways you can randomly deal them out. You can pre-select what you want them to be. You can draft what you want that pool to be. But man, it is a great game, really unique. And Kuhn has hooked us up with this game, and I can't wait to play his new game too again because
Yeah,
I'm
that was fun.
hoping he's at PoppyCon because I'll play it again.
Oh yeah.
Monsternomics, something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. That was good. I like
Yep.
the thing I like about this one is like so you have that PvP, but there's also that PvE going on, and you get credit for dealing the damage. Because a lot of games it's like, oh, you only get the credit for something if you strike that killing blow. So you can do 98% of the work. Somebody else comes in and goes, bing, kills it and gets all the credit. No, and this one, as you're doing things to the environment, the big monster, you're getting credit for doing that, and I can really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's really good. Again, really unique. And I think that's the other thing that I really like about it is that it just doesn't play like other deck builders that I have. So.
Yeah, this is a game that if you Dungeonomics, by the way.
Dungeonomics, that's what it was.
Which, by the way, I believe you can only get this game from his website. He is a one-man show, so make sure we point people in the right direction there.
Nice. Cool beans. My number 54. I'm a big fan of like the dungeon crawl games, and it's easier for me to get co-ops to the table with a lot of my other gaming groups which is why Descent: Legends of the Dark became so popular with me. We've played through Act 1 multiple times. We played through Act 2, which is the Betrayer's War, multiple times. This is just one of those games where it's you got to have like an iPad or a tablet or something to drive this scenario. But it's going to direct you to create the board as you go. So as you first like spawn into this map, you're on this one little tile, and that's it. But then as you move around and you like go to these different like tokens and discover things, and you tap on the app that you're getting it, it'll say put this out there, put this out there, and there's all this crazy like 3D terrain that you get to put out there, crazy awesome like miniatures. You're leveling. There you go. You're leveling up your character as you go through these different quests, and you're finding different like items and weapons. Your weapon is like double sided, so a lot of them have like a range on one side or a melee on the other, or some of them are just melee depending on who you are. That is, and they offer just different abilities, and it's similar to like a Star Wars Imperial Assault or like a
Just Descent Second Edition.
Yeah, Descent Second Edition, but it's it's kind of like more streamlined. It's a fantasy base as opposed to Star Wars base. Was that red box there the third one? I have yet to see anything on the third. Oh, that's just a different language and stuff. That art looks different. Like the blue one is the Brothers War, like or it's like the one that I've seen. But that red one on the side there does not look familiar. But I'm waiting for Act 3 to come out because like I said we've played through this multiple times. We try to get like the different like endings of each little scenario and whatnot. It's got a really good system. Like I've kind of come up with a nice system on how to put everything back in the box. So like people, you assign them duties. Okay, here you're in charge of these terrains. You're in charge of these tiles. But yeah, I mean, look at these boards. They're so crazy. I have a bunch of pictures on my phone, but I didn't think to send you any. But it's fantastic. So.
Yep, it's really good.
Sorry for the spaz clicking at the bottom. With a lot of these dungeon crawlers, I try to skip other people's painted miniatures, which look great, but if you want to see what the game looks like, you got to skip through all those to get to somebody having the game on the table set up so you can actually see what this game offers. So,
yep.
Not random clicking, just trying to find the game set up and not painted miniatures.
Because the game offers a lot. So yeah,
it does.
There's a lot of content for sure. It was first edition was one of my gateway games. I played that one quite a bit when I first got into the hobby.
I never played first edition. I started at second edition and then went on to third edition.
All right. So one of Bob's all-time favorite games still ranks high on the list, and it's Downfall of Pompeii. Nothing like taking your friends and chucking them into Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so
very
you're
satisfying.
going to. It's very much so. I can't play without making a sound effect when I do that. But you're going to take your people and you're going to have some cards. They're going to tell you what buildings you can move your people into. So you're going to start moving into the city of Pompeii. As you start dwindling that deck down, you start getting the omen cards, which means Mount Vesuvius is about to erupt and you got to get your people out. And the more people you can get out of these exits, every single person out is a point. Most people out wins the game. So this lava starts to creep in, and if it lands on you, your people are dead and they go in the volcano. Classic, very fun game. Nothing like chucking your friends in a volcano.
Yeah, and if you watch our Whiskey Wednesday, which is live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I confirmed with a friend of the show, Tony Lawhorn, who has a fantastic company. He can make me a giant board. So I am going to continue to pursue.
Yes.
My dream of having a gigantic version of this.
We're gonna go to Five Below. Do you have a Sawzall, Bob? You can use my Sawzall. We can just saw like pool noodles.
Oh, you don't need a Sawzall for that. You just need a little. I got a saw that would work for that.
Sawzall would be faster.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So I want I want a volcano that's anywhere from like 8 to 9 feet tall. I want to be able to
Christ.
dunk people into the volcano. And unfortunately, I'm too fat now to dunk on a 10-foot
I don't know if
rim.
it's gonna be that big, but I'm aiming for at least like 5 to 6 feet. I want it to be significant. So
It will
Yeah.
be significant.
Cannot wait. This is a
Oh, shoot.
timeless classic, underrated evergreen in my
I
opinion.
For
fully
sure.
endorse this.
Tragedy of Pompeii and a fun family game.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Great
Good pick,
pick.
Mike.
Takes us to 53.
My number 53 is a Stonemeyer game. It's my favorite version of this game. It takes two existing games, one I like, one I didn't like, puts them together, makes a superior game, and we're talking about Between Two Castles. Mad King Ludwig. This game's super fun. I really love it. I love the drafting. I love the I've got to go, I'm building this city with Bob over here and Mike over here, but I'm only going to score my lowest point city. So you've got to strike that balance,
Yeah.
and really work that meta game there, and that just makes it really interesting. And the rooms are fun. I know some people say like, oh, you need the scoring app. I've never found the scoring that difficult, but sure,
Yeah.
if you need a scoring app, go for it. But I just love this game. I had a great time playing it every time. It's super
Mhm.
fast.
Yep. I love the high player accountability, and I love that fact that you said it's your lowest one. You can't just hyper focus on one and make it super awesome. Because if the
Yeah.
other one sucks, guess what? Your score is the
Guess what? You
score.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Great game. Absolutely love it.
Yep. It's the best version of those two games combined, like between those three, right? This one, that one, or the combo. The combo is the
The
best.
combo, the castle combo is the
Castle
best, right,
combo,
Mike?
for sure.
It's true. I was right.
Not what I meant. Take it back.
I know.
All righty, Bobby.
Yeah. So my 53 has slipped a bit, mostly because I haven't had a chance to play it. But I love the art on this. I love the theme. I love bag building, and Wonderland's War combines a lot of those in a great mix. I think it got up into my top 20 at least, maybe even top 10 at one point in time.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, because man, I was super hype on this, but I haven't had a chance to play it, which is super unfortunate. It doesn't mean I don't like it.
Shame.
Like I said, it's still almost cracked the top 50. I think 3 to 4 players is probably the sweet spot. You get up to that 5-player count, and it does start to drag quite a bit.
Very long.
But the fact that you can bet on other people's, like the outcome of different fights. A lot of times you're not necessarily looking to win a fight. You just need to participate up to like a certain point. The asymmetrical player powers are great.
There's nothing more frustrating when you need to not win a fight. You need to participate up to a certain point, yet you can't get the fight to go to that certain point. Oh, I hate that shit. Sorry.
You gotta get someone to fight you.
Hate this game.
Picking
The color palette's
picking
fantastic.
the regions where you want to go for quests and other regions where you want to try to win is what makes this game very intriguing for me. And the asymmetry is great. All the powers are very
Yes.
different. They make each player feel very unique. It slipped a little for me, but not much.
Not as much.
It left a lasting impression for me, and I can't wait to play again.
Yeah.
It absolutely left a lasting impression for me too.
Yes, we are all very aware of
What
Tim's
have I told
impression
you
of
guys
Wonderland
how I
Tour.
felt about this though? I think there's a beagle in it that you've got to follow down the rabbit hole.
It's in the bottom of your bag, Tim. Just keep pulling chips.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
There's a
I
beagle in there
honestly,
somewhere.
Bob, we need to find a third and a fourth and just pick a day. I would appointment this game
Okay.
anytime. I'm dying to play again.
All right. I'll find somebody.
I mean, this was I had it like top 5 that year it came out. It's only
Yeah.
fallen because it's it's long, and that to me is its main downside.
Yep.
All right, my number 53 is Underwater Cities.
Hey,
This is one of those games I only played once, but I loved it so much that it just doesn't fall. I just
Mhm.
gotta play it more and it'll just soar up my rankings. This is a great engine building game where you're also playing out a tableau and doing worker placement. And if you play a card that matches the color of where you go on the board, you get some bonus actions. But what's really fun is that you are actually building out an underwater city and you're putting these cool bubbles in
Yeah.
your underwater sort of biome here. And it has a great sort of presence on your player board itself. The expansion adds dual layer player boards, which is really nice, and nice trays that you can put all your stuff in. This is easily one of my favorite engine building games that I just have to play more. And it hasn't happened, but the game hasn't hardly fallen at all, even though I haven't played it much. So Underwater Cities, my favorite Vladimir Suchi
I
game.
think I still have the expansion of this in Shrink.
Yeah,
Mm.
you beat me to it because one of our viewers sold it in the Discord and he put a great price on it. And then I saw you got it. I'm like, fine.
What's messed
I'm
up is
glad
Bob
you're.
doesn't even own the core game. He just bought that expansion to trade
I
you
tried to
for.
trade it to you for your dwellings at one point in time, but no, you didn't want to trade your dwellings.
This well, funny thing is, Underwater Cities I got from Tim. That was the Cosmic
Cosmic
Encounter
Encounter.
Underwater Cities trade years back. I still haven't played my copy, but I love the game, so I'm not mad about that trade at all.
Yeah, I think Underwater Cities is great also, but I had a better chance of playing Cosmic Encounter.
Yep.
So it worked out.
Yep. Two more. Number 52.
I personally was shocked and saddened to see this game so low on my list, especially considering that it is the greatest card game ever made. But Flip 7 is my
Wow.
number 52. I thought it was going to be way higher because I play the crap out of Flip 7. I play it all the time. I play it whenever I can. Um, I was shocked that it was this low.
Hmm.
But nevertheless, Flip 7, it's push your luck. It's, basic like blackjack. You just don't want to bust by duplicating one of those numbers. And it's a mechanic that I absolutely love in games. And it's super fast. You can play virtually any number of players. And it is a fantastic time.
I would risk to say it's this low because you do get the chance to play it so much that when you put it up against other games, you don't get to play quite as much. You're like, you know what? I really want to play this one because I have played Flip 7 a bunch.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I think that's a probably a decent peek into the psyche there, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine moved up a bit from last year when I first ranked it and it came out, but not a lot. Still pretty high. Fantastic game though. Yeah, I
Yeah.
Oh
It's
God, I
still
I
love
know
that
what you
game.
mean though. Like I'd play it anytime, any day with anybody, but I've played it a lot,
Mhm.
so I'm with you there.
Yeah. All right. My number 52 is one newer game to
Oh,
us. Ooh.
sorry. This is worth mentioning. I saw screenshots of this and I wasn't sure what to think. EGG's confirming there is a new version called With a Vengeance, where the cards that you
Ooh.
get to give people are much meaner now. Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
hell
And
yeah,
they got that awesome artist, the Noah Maje of
Maje
Mable.
Yes.
Mable. Oh dude,
Yeah, very
Uh,
famous, very
pro pro
prolific.
move
I
right there.
Yeah.
if we weren't zipping through these, I'd dig up those cards because I have seen them. There's a flip four now. I know that.
Mm, hell
So
yeah,
they get a lot meaner now. Yeah.
let's crank it
So that
up.
might
Yeah,
Nice.
that might add some legs to this. And when you can pick it up for the price that you can, it's like just grab every version
um,
of it you can.
3 to 28 players. 20 minutes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Right. Anyways, my number 52 is a 2-player only game. And to me, I would play this over chess any day because Enthroned
Hell
is
yeah.
so cool. You just have these like big like busts on this board. You've got a card that's got one of them listed, and then three different ones that are your quarry. You either need to have to get your main one into the center scoring spot or eliminate your 3 that you have as your quarry. But you can't just move any piece you want. You have this another board that has these acrylic tiles with symbols for each of the people, and you can only move people that are in the move area. Once you move them, you're going to pull them out of line, put them at the bottom, and then you can't use them for a certain number of turns. And only like the top 3 can do attacks, and only the top 2 can move into like the scoring zone. And you can't just kill people willy nilly because once that 4th piece dies, if that doesn't cause somebody to win, you lose. So you got to be real careful. You can't just go around just killing any old piece. You got to try to, convince your opponent to try to kill that piece because he thinks that's your piece, and so he wants to try to eliminate it. Oh, and either that's going to help you get your quarry killed, or be the 4th one and not give him a victory, which means you get to win. It just does a lot of things.
Just the right amount of deception in this, right? Like for that hidden, for that, that social deduction, right? That's snuck in there, but it's really good.
Yeah. Really enjoy this one.
I guess it's really just deduction because there's not a social aspect.
Yeah, it's just more deduction. That's fair.
Apologies for the folks at home. I've tested that this is not on my end, but it looks like BGG servers are getting a little overloaded right now. So trying to get images up is kind of hit and miss right now.
They probably heard there was a new Flip 7 expansion coming out, and now that's crashing.
Oh wow, now it's now it's getting even worse. Every other website I go to is loading no problem. So, and I tried clearing my cache for those that are curious if it's just me. It seems it's not. So, anywho, we only got a couple more to go.
Mike.
Anyway, my number 52 is definitely one that has fallen a bit because it has been years since I have played it from one of my favorite publishers, and we're talking about Role Player. Man, I remember when this was in my top 20, but it's been probably 3 years since I've played it, and that's why this one has slipped a bit. But I did play it a lot. 9 is quite a bit when you play as many new games as we do. But this is a great dice drafting game with a fantastic theme of building a fantasy character for a role playing game or Dungeons and Dragons, and you're trying to use these dice to get your traits to be at certain values, which give you bonus points, and then a market phase where you get to buy cards, like trying to find matching armor sets for bonus points. Of course, one piece of that set is only going to give you so many points, but more of them increases the points you get per card. Looks like the website's loading a lot faster now. A lot of great art with different factions, and it's just one I can't get an ice book too soon. Don't play without monsters and minions. It is a good game without the expansion. When you play it with monsters and minions, it becomes a great game because now the character you've built gets to fight a monster at the end of the game, and it gives a finality that you don't realize the game needs until you play it with that.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But Role Player, still one of my favorites. Last game of the day. It's number 51.
All right, here we go. Last one of the night. This one just finally, after years, has fallen outside of my top 50, but just barely. And that is Five Tribes. This is Bruno Cathala, I think. Anyways, this was the first Mancala style game that I played, and it's probably hard for Bob. I think the colors might be an issue with the different meeples, but the way that you populate the board with the meeples, and then that last one, like where you pick up all of one color, is so cool. And then what that color, you can use those meeples to then do, special actions and score points. Just really neat things. And then you can get the gins and they give you extra powers. And it's just really a
I
great
don't think I
game.
played this.
Oh, okay. I wonder if we had dodged it because we
I
thought
think
the
we
cards.
did because you kept talking about the colors being so important. I was just like, I'm good.
Yeah. So, I mean, it may be worth taking a look to see if it's a bother for you, because I do think you would really like the game. But do not play it with people that will have analysis paralysis, because
Oh,
the board
misery.
state, the board state is going to be constantly changing because the way everybody takes a turn. And you could spend hours just trying to figure out what's an optimal move, and that would just be misery for everybody. So don't do that. Don't do that to your friends. Be a good friend.
Yeah, that looks like the standard red and green that colorblind folks typically have an issue with.
Yeah,
But it's also a 12-year-old game, and publishers have done a much better job in recent years of
they
being
really have. Yeah.
cognizant of this issue. Great game. It's been probably 12 years since I've played, so
It hasn't been that long, but it
a long
is.
time
It's
for me.
been a minute, but it is a great game. All right, Mister Hoop.
All right, we're wrapping it up here. My number 51 is GKR Heavy Hitters. This is just a super cool deck construction, I guess would be the proper term for it. Because you're going to
Sure.
pick a pilot, you're going to pick a loadout, and you get these big, crazy mechs. And you're going to be on this big map with these buildings, and you're destroying buildings, you're tagging them, you're shooting at your opponent, and man, like this, like some of the flavor text is hilarious. Like the bad taco, you can make them like lose
Yeah.
turns and whatnot, and you get the energy drinks, take extra actions. It's just got really cool flavor, really cool components, and yeah, this was just super impressed with this game when it came out. I haven't played it in a long while. In my opinion, 2v2 is the way to go, although 1v1 is great. Don't oddball this. If you're playing it at 3 players, it does suffer from the kingmaker, issue. So
Agreed.
2v2 it or just 1v1.
Yep.
But you will have a great time blowing each other up with this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's worth your time, though, man. Oh, it's so much fun.
Oh, I forgot to put it up there.
Yeah, and this is unfortunately all I can get. I keep trying, everybody, but this is, yeah, unfortunately.
That's all right.
It is what it is. One more for me. Yeah, it won't even find the game. It doesn't really need visuals though. This is now my second most played game of all time, and it is Ito.
Ah,
Ito has
yeah.
become
There's
one
no
of
no
my
point in bringing up picture.
Just bring up
no.
a just type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. There you go. This is what the board looks like. Oh, I forgot to do it again.
Ito is a game that was brought to the U.S. market by Arcane Wonders. It is a cooperative party game where you are dealt a card from 1 to 100, and then a category card is drawn, as in things you think are cute. So if you're Bob and you're holding number 98, you might say Winston, which is his dog's name, who's a very cute dog. You put your card face down. Now, everybody, based on the scale that Bob has created, is going to put their card face down, name a clue. And once everybody has put their cards down, you need your cards to be in ascending order. And it's just so much fun. I can't play this game and not play it. Right. There's a 98.
That's a
Exactly.
98
See?
right there.
That's a 98 right there. Um, yeah. So I just can't not play it like 5, 10 times in a row. My casual gamer groups, my family, my really close friends just love playing this game. My girlfriend loves playing this game. So, and that's why in less than a year and a half, it's gotten played 64 times. Now,
Good
yes,
Lord.
They're fast.
it's only a 5 or 10 minute game, but
It should
I
only
don't
be a 5 time.
care if I can play a game that much and still want to just keep playing it. It's a great game. It does everything
Yes,
I
sir.
want in a light party game, which is get everybody laughing and enjoying it and into it. I think it is fantastic at what it does.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
I kind of wanted to cheat it into my top 50, but I didn't move it. This is where it ended up.
That's where it
Um,
landed.
yeah, but I also the social aspect of this game is if you play it with people you don't know, you're going to learn something about them,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
just
you
think
are.
that's a really fun perk of this game. So Edo is my 51.
All right. Let's run through our list real quick. The recap.
Yeah.
All right. I will start. My number 60 was Panda Royale. Then I went to Four Horsemen, Mission Control, House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween 2, Lords of Hellas, Shadows, Heroes and Monsters, Between Two, Castles of Mad King Ludwig, Flip 7, and my number 51, Five Tribes.
Nice. I started out with Crokinole, Catan Starfarers, the superior Catan,
Agreed.
Outlive, Lisboa, Zombie Survival Infection, Thunder Road, Vendetta, Carnival of Chaos. If you got it, throw that in there. Descent, Legends of the Dark, Betrayer's War, which is Act 2, Wonderland's War, and Throne, and then GKR Heavy Hitters.
Number 60 is Blood on the Clock Tower. 59, Fleet the Dice Game, get second edition. 58, Slay the Spire, the board game. 57, Castle Combo. 56, Pando Royale, get the expansion, it adds wilds. 55, Tag Team. 54, The Downfall of Pompeii. 53, Underwater Cities. 52, Role Player, Monsters and Minions, mandatory expansion. And 51, Edo. Ito,
Ito.
not
All
to be
right.
confused with EDO.
That's true. Or Judge Ito, if you're old enough
Yeah,
to remember him. Uh,
you're dating us here.
I know, right? Right on, guys. Super fun. Great job. I cannot wait because now we are like on the cusp.
Top
We're right there for that
50.
top 50. And the games only keep getting better, right?
Yeah.
And I can say that with
Hopefully.
confidence because I now know Wonderland's War is off of Bob's list, so I only have to hear about it one more time, maybe. So
You do.
yeah, that's fine. So yeah, it's getting better. Everything's
Looking
on the
up.
way up.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. We do have a live stream, as Bob mentioned, every Wednesday, Whiskey Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Attendance is mandatory, but the whiskey is optional. And if you'd like to support the show financially, we do have a Patreon if you want to go check that out. And drop us a comment. Let us know what are some of your favorite games that we talked about tonight, or what are in your top 100. Anything else, boys?
50 more games coming soon. Stay tuned.
Right on. For the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike.
Peace out. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
A 7.3.
This is a great party.
Repeating.
We should party more
Heating.
often.
Heating.
I do like to party.
Heating. Okay.
I also like to party. I also like to party.
I like to party. I like to party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
This is a great party.
Okay.